There are regions of the labyrinth that don't feel like places, they feel like punishments. The Glacial Veil was built to be exactly like that. A world where the warmth of the living is snuffed out, where time slows, where hope freezes before it can form a shape. I wanted this map to feel like stepping into a memory that nature itself tried to forget. It begins small, the frost underfoot, the snow drifting gently across your vision, the trees bent like bones beneath the weight of endless winters. But the deeper you go, the more the world stops behaving like weather. It starts behaving like sorrow. Frozen bodies swallowed by the snow, dead sediments buried under the silence of their own abandonment, bridges rotted by decades of storms no one lived to name, homes collapsing under the pressure of years, a village forgotten not because it died, but because the world decided its suffering was easier to bury than to remember. In this part of the labyrinth, life doesn't leave corpses, it leaves statues. Something you encounter feels mid moment. Tools frozen in place, doors left ajar. A candle still burning in a shack that shouldn't have light. A woman emerging from the shadows, startled, as if she hasn't seen another person in years, and isn't sure if you're real or not. Then the violence arrives. A rider charging from the whiteout, screams lost in the wind. Frozen figures looming near wells and fields. Homes split open by the weight of the cold. Stairs leading into its own darkness, into a crypt, into a truth that the snow tried to bury. The deeper you descend, the more the veil begins to reveal its true nature. Relics of those who once lived here, rooms scavenged and reclaimed by the desperate scratches gouged into the walls. Chains that still sway. Beds made from rags, from hay, from whatever could keep someone alive. One more night in a place where the cold wants to kill them slowly. And then you find the corpse of a thing that shouldn't move, but it does. Life dragged back into a body that had already been claimed by ice. This is the heart of the Glacial Veil, a world where the dead refuse to stay dead. Not out of malice, not out of memory, but because of misery. Out of longing, out of a final desperate refusal to be forgotten by a land that has forgotten everything else. This chapter, this map, this level is a labyrinth at its quietest. So far, it's the coldest, it's most mercilessly human, because beneath all the frost, beneath all the abandoned homes and frozen fields, beneath all the screams carried away by the wind, the glacial veil whispers a truth the player can ignore. Winter doesn't kill, it simply preserves. And not everything that is preserved should be found again. Welcome to the Glacial Veil, a place where warmth is a memory, where time holds its breath, and where the labyrinth shows you what silence looks like when it's finally freezes solid. I hope you enjoyed this video. Links are in the comment. Links are in the description below. I hope you all have a great day. Venture Weaver out.